Hi everyone, my name's Michelle, my Mama Loves You GB here on FlossTube, but also on Instagram and Etsy as well. Welcome to the Sunday morning briefing. I hope everyone is having a lovely week. Mine's been a little bit different this week, I have to say. We had a lot of rain on Tuesday, which actually resulted in us having a day off school on Wednesday because of the flooding. Now, there wasn't actual flooding in the school, it's on a bit of a hill, but the local town was really badly flooded and a couple of the other local areas were really badly flooded, so much so that the buses couldn't run. So the school ended up being closed on Wednesday. So it was just, just really quite unexpected, an unexpected day off. So did I do my schoolwork? Well, yeah, I did a little bit, but I also filmed a FlossTube video. I filmed a FlossTube video about how to finish mill hill kits. And it's a full tutorial, shows you everything you need, all of the different steps. And so I finished a mill hill there. I've since finished the rest of my mill hills that were outstanding, so I've got those to show you. And I've got the mill hills that I've stitched previously and my own designs that are on perforated paper. And I've got more mill hills to show you. I've also got my autumn stitching that I've been doing. I've got a cotton and twine box to give away. I've got Freebie. I've got the results of the giveaway winner from last week. I have a list of all of the months and all of the various different things that happen in those months that people have told me, so that we can answer Ellie's question from a couple of floss tubes ago. A little bit of haul, and then Ness and I have got a try a treat box at the end if you'd like to hang around and watch that. So what else has been happening this week? I got this out. Well, in fact, I didn't get it out, it was out. I made this when Ness first started to lose teeth, so that she could put her teeth or her lost tooth in a little glass bottle, and a glass bottle goes inside the pouch, which makes it very easy for the tooth fairy to find. Oops, the pouch won't go back in. And then the tooth fairy can take the tooth out of the little glass bottle and leave in the pouch the money. Now, Ness has needed this week, and we do explain a little bit in the FlossTube video, but she's had, in the try a treat box video, but she's had this one wobbly tooth for about 6 months, and the other tooth has grown up sort of underneath it. And we went to see the dentist, and the dentist said, "Oh, really, if it doesn't come out by Christmas, we'll have to look at taking that out." Ness is not having that in any stretch of the imagination. Is Ness having that? So she's been sort of working it with her tongue, and she's getting really frustrated that it wouldn't come out. And then I said, just leave it, as long as it comes out before the end of December, it'll be fine. So next thing I know, she's disappeared off, and she comes back in, and she's got her hand over her mouth like this, and she's shaking and crying, and I was like, what's the matter, does your tooth come out? She's just shaking and crying, and she holds up this tooth, and then she just does this, and it's just full of blood, and she looks like a vampire, and she's like, she sees it all, and she like this. Of course, it was absolutely fine, but she just got so fed with it, she just pulled it out. So yes, we have had cause to use that this week, and I made that. I got the pattern off Etsy. I can't remember where I got it from. It's probably looking a little bit grubby now, but yeah, it's been really, really useful. Right, so what else have I stitched on this week? I'm going to show you my stitching, and then we'll get into talk a little bit about mill hills, and we'll do all the rest of the jazz then, because there's quite a lot to show today. Right, what have I been stitching on? I have done a little bit of work on this chart where all my threads are really random. So this is October's Party by Little House Needleworks, and I love this. It says, October gave a party, the leaves by hundreds came, the chestnuts, oaks and maples, and leaves of every name. The sunshine spread a carpet, and everything was grand. Miss Weather led the dancing, Professor Wind the band. and it's actually part of a whole big long poem by George Cooper. I really like this chart, but I don't know why. I just can't settle to stitch it. So I only had October Gave a Party, and then I think the leaves was about all I had, and a few of these sort of bits at the top. So I've added some more of those, put a couple of leaves in, and a bit more of the wording. I think I am going to add a couple of different colours as well, because the wording is all in polywog, and so is this flower here. So I think I might choose a slightly different colour for that, just to introduce another colour, because there's only sort of 5 or 6 colours in it, and some of them aren't particularly differentiated, but I love that one. It is being stitched on a piece of 36 count Fibre on a Whim cream and sugar. So it's one of those projects that's just a bit disorganised. You know, you have some projects that are perfectly well organised, and some which begin in disarray, go through their lives in disarray, and they end in disarray. And that's how they live. I have also done a bit more. In fact, I had a finish. I forgot I had a finish. So I had started last week Primrose Cottage Stitches Pumpkin Kisses, and this is on 36 count using sulky, 1 thread over 2, and it turns out to be really quite dinky and small, and I really like it. So there we are. I just used my own colours of sulky in similar colours to shown on the front. And then, because I'd enjoyed stitching that one so much, I decided I wanted to start on the freebie that I showed you last week, which is called Hello Autumn. You get this by subscribing to the Primrose Cottage Stitches newsletter, and it comes through. There's one a month, and this was the one for this month. And where is it? I've only got a really small start on it there. So I'm using some of the colours from this one, and then I'm adding in a few others. So I'm added in that blue. I'm going to add in a slightly brighter orange as well. So I had a bit of a stitch on that. I didn't do any more on my Happy Fall, the one with the pig that's on the same piece of fabric. So I did a bit on that, and I did a little bit more on my Timberline Santa, and so he is now up to here. Now I get lots and lots of questions about this frame and what size it is. I do show you on the video, the Mill Hill video that I made, but if you just want to know, I just magnetise it, demagnetise it. So from here to here, from side to side, including the frame, is 8 inches. The aperture in the middle is just under 6 inches, because the perforated paper that they give you with a Mill Hill kit is 6 inches by 6 inches. So when you put it on, it only overlaps the aperture by about, I don't know, maybe ½ centimetre on each side. So that's the size that you need. I remember being a bit confused when I was trying to work out just sort of online as to which ones I need as well. And then I just checked with Rachel and she said, yeah, that's the one that you need. So if that's the one that comes for the sort of standard kits. I know they do smaller ones, but I don't know the sizes for the smaller ones. So that is it for all the stitching that I've done this week, which isn't a massive amount, because other than Wednesday, things have been quite busy. And Wednesday, as I said, I decided to spend my time making another video. Chris had an appointment down in St David's, which meant he was going to be out for the whole day. Ness's school wasn't shut, much to her disgust. And so what I did was I made a video showing you how to finish a Mill Hill Santa, and this was the one that I finished. So if you're interested in seeing how to finish the Mill Hill Santas, and I put on the back of mine sticky back velvet. So I go through all the tips and all of the steps and all of the things that you're going to need to make these lovely, lovely ornaments, which never look on camera as good as they do in person or when they're hung on the Christmas tree. So that was the one that I finished on the video and showed you how to do. I did have some others finished, which I sat and finished this morning. So I'll show you the rest of those. So I have two more of the sort of larger sized ones. This is the one that I've been stitching most recently, which is called Santa in the Chimney. And I make my hangers just from the leftover beads, or some of the leftover beads. So there's that one, and he's finished with a brown velvet. So I tell you on the video where to get the supplies that you're going to need. I've actually done one of those Amazon storefronts now. So anything that I mention that I've bought from Amazon, I can add to my storefront so that I can sort of put it with the project that you need it with, and get all my recommendations. I think I've put the equipment needed to finish Mill Hill Santas or Mill Hill ornaments. I've also put, the other thing I get asked a lot about is the frame that I use for my big fall Santa portraits. So I've put that up on there as well, although I think it is currently out of stock. So there's that one. And the last one that I finished was this one. Now I haven't stitched these all this year. I think I finished this one this year for definite. This one I think was finished last year, as was this one. So they're not all finished in the last 5 minutes. They've been waiting. And then I had some smaller ones to finish. So hibernating, I think this one's called. Oh, you can just see, if I twist it that way, those beads glinting. That one I put black on the back of. These ones are sold with a magnet on the back to make them into a fridge magnet, but I like to make them into Christmas tree ornaments. And then this is the Scotty. Again, if I twist it, oh yes, you just get to pick up some of those sparkle from the beads. They are really lovely. And again, this one would have been a fridge magnet. And then the one that is the little cupcake, the Christmas cupcake. And I finished that with some paler velvet on the back. Those two had black. This one had red, and then the other two had brown. So I just pick whatever I think is the most appropriate from my stash. And then I finished two more of the Santa faces. Now these are slightly different in the fact that they come in two parts. So you stitch the face and then you stitch the hat, and then I glue the hat on using a little bit of super glue, the Gorilla Glue one, with the brush, so that you don't have to put very much on. There's no risk of it soaking through and damaging your stitching. So I stick it on with that, and then I just finish it in exactly the same way as I would. As soon as I've stuck that on, I'm just treating this whole thing as one piece then. So there's one of them. And then here is the other one. So all of these I finished this morning. And once you've got all your bits and bobs out and you know how to do it, they really don't take very long. I think I finished all of these this morning in about maybe 3 hours. They probably take about half an hour each to do. So I have now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, counting Michelle, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've now got 8 new readily made ornaments for my tree. And I do have a separate tree where I put all my stitched things. And then, because I don't put these up in the loft, I just grabbed the other ones that I have got that I have finished that are Mill Hill kits. So that is another one of the Santa faces. So that's, I like these, I really like these. That's 3 of them. I think there's probably 8, maybe 8 of them. So I finished, no, I didn't finish that one. I already had that one finished. This is my Welsh Santa. And I've added the Irish Santa to my stitching for next year. This one, which seems to be tangled, is not necessarily a Christmas one, but I like to hang it on the Christmas tree. It's a bear in a canoe. Just finished with a little bit of blue. And then these ones are from my Parliament of Owls series. Now, I'm going to have to put the names of them underneath because I can never remember what they're called. But I did a series that were sort of Halloween ones, and I did a series that were more Christmassy ones. So there's that one. I'm just going to hold these. There is that one. There is that one. And that one. So those ones are available in my Etsy shop. All the rest are by Mill Hill. I've had such lovely feedback on my video already. Lots of people have said, oh my goodness, you filmed this at just the right time. I've got these ready to go. I need to get them finished, but I wasn't sure. So I thought I'd grab the kits that I've got left to do as well. Obviously I've got the 9 that I showed you a couple of weeks ago, which is going to be my temperature stitching. So that's the nativity. I've also added the Irish Santa to that. I have another charmed Santa face, which is, have I done this one? Okay, that is not the correct picture because I've done that one. So I'll have to oh no, I haven't. Or have I? Where's the other one? No, I haven't. Oh, going crazy. So that one. I haven't done that one. I was getting it confused with a cross between that one and that one. But no, I have not done this one. So I've got this one to do. These are not, I can't see any more of these getting finished before Christmas other than my Timberline Santa. So I've got another one of those to do. And I did actually buy a collection of the charts and leftover beads and things like that from a lady. So that with my Mill Hill big ring of threads, I might see how many more of them I can do next year. I've got Santa with lights. Now, Create Nostalgia is one of the best places that you can go to buy Mill Hill kits. Mary keeps a huge stock of them. The big ones, the small ones, the buttons and beads ones, which are the sort of 6x6 designs that are meant for frames. She's got loads of them. And these ones, this pack I got from Chris at the Nimble Thimble. But the last time I looked on Chris's page, she didn't seem to have any online. Maybe she's got more in the shop, but she didn't seem to have them online. So these are the Arctic Circle Santas. So this one is called the Nunavut Santa, and apologies if I've got that completely wrong. This one is the Lapland Santa and the Greenland Santa. I love his jumper. I love his jumper. So if you're thinking about trying a Mill Hill kit, definitely give it a go. They're not 5-minute jobs. They are not quick stitches. No matter what anybody says, they are not quick stitches. But with the help of one of these frames and just a little bit of patience, they are so fun to do, and they look really great when they're finished. So that's what I've been up to. Let's talk about a giveaway. So I do have another cotton and twine box, which I shall be delighted to give away. So this is for November. So in the November box, we have got this beautiful deer design. This is fabulous. And in the kit, you have got the hoop to finish it in, which gives you a clue about how big it's going to be. You have got everything that you need to stitch it with. So those are the threads, and there will be a needle tucked in here somewhere, but also this fabulous, I don't know if it's pearl grey by Zweigart. It probably will tell me if I look in the kit. And you also get a, let's get this right, an ornament to hang up with some lovely bells, a Christmas treat, and some tea. And you also get in the design, let's see if it's in there, yes, so at the back you've got a QR code which gives you a tutorial on how to complete the finish. You've also got a second QR code which gives you the PDF for this kit. So if you want to stitch digitally, if you like to stitch digitally but you want the box, then you can get it. Even though it comes with a paper chart, you can still get the PDF for it. They have changed the way that they offer their boxes. So you could get the full box, you can get just the kit, which is just the stitch and the materials needed to make the stitch, or you can just get the PDF. It is a subscription box. I do have a code if you're going to go for the full box and it's your first go, and I'll put it down below. It gets you 15% off your first box. But all of them are subscriptions. But you get to view the design before you say yay or nay to the box. So if you want to, you can take out a subscription, and let's say, you know, you're not so keen on the next design. You can just pause your subscription, pause for that box, and then it'll restart again. So you get complete control over what you receive in the post. It is not just a fully auto ship, which I think is really, really nice, because nobody wants to spend money on things that they're not gonna stitch. But they are lovely, lovely boxes. They come this beautiful decoration. I'm trying to show you a bit of the decoration, not my address. There we go. They would make a great gift for somebody who is just getting into stitching, or somebody who was already a stitcher. Lovely, and their customer service is second to none. Really, really good. Okay, let's do the freebie. Now the freebie is from the Victoria Sampler, but you have to be a member of their Facebook group. And they do, I'm not sure they do a stitch along every year, but certainly I've recommended a couple of the stitch alongs in the past. This one, this year, has been called the Blossom of the Month. And it's designed by Thea Dweck at the Victoria Sampler. Now, that is the one for this month, for November. But there is a picture or a printout of all of the ones that they have had. So all I've done is gone on and downloaded the November one, and I can see the design for the rest, but I'd probably have to go back to the January one to get the colours and make sure I knew what threads and stuff it were. But it's beautiful, it's beautiful. Okay, let's talk monthly stitching. Monthly stitching. As I said, we can all stitch what we want when we want. But sometimes it's nice to have a challenge or something just to shake us up a little bit from what we might normally do which gets us some progress on some stitches that perhaps we haven't touched for a little while, or introduces some new concepts, some new things. And Ellie asked me the question a couple of FlossTubes ago about what are the sort of stitching months. And I said last week, I know some of them, but I don't know all of them. So I'm going to go for this full rundown. I've written down the ones that people have suggested. I'm going to have to try and remember the ones that I knew about before. So January is a blessing sampler, where you aim to start and finish a sampler in January. Usually it's got some kind of like message on it, or a stitch that's got some kind of message on it to hold through the year, but not always. So there's that one. Lots of people do no new starts January. Some people try and take that all the way through into sort of March time. Most people fall off the wagon, I think, when it comes to needlework market. Some people even go all the way through to June, maybe do 6 months of no new starts. I'm not sure I could do that, but there we go. Right, February. I wasn't very sure about February ones, but I've had information about full coverage February and februaviary, which I'm guessing is about stitching birds. March, someone suggested Mira March, but there is also a Mira May as well. And I knew about March Madness, but I didn't know what it was. And sorry, I didn't write down your name, but thank you for explaining. In fact, a couple of people explained it to me. It's one of the floss tubers that do it are the Sin City Stitchers, and it's about, the idea comes from college basketball. So you pit two projects against one another. People vote on which one you should stitch on. You stitch on it, and then that one kind of goes through to the next round. And you have, I don't know, maybe 8 of those. And then you take the winners and then you pair them up. And then you have 4 of those and you take the winners and pair them up. So it's basically like almost like a league table all the way through March, where people are deciding what it is you're going to stitch on. So quite interesting. Something you could definitely do if you've got a FlossTube or an Instagram account or something like that. Or even, you know, just a family member, you could say, which one of these am I going to stitch? Just to introduce a little bit of, you know, uncertainty about what you're going to stitch. April, didn't really have anything for April, but a couple of people pointed out that the Lola Crow Sal often comes out in April, and so that takes over. May, so Mira May, which I think is hosted by Crossed in Floss. Monogamous May, halfway to Halloween, and some people do a Manning May, where you stitch on a Carolyn Manning in May. June, I've had suggested Jacob June, which is where you pick something from Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery. And then there is also the Junedog Sal, which is Long Dog. July, I do stitch strawberries for Wimbledon, but it's also Christmas in July. August, I've got something called Arbitrary August, which I'm not really sure what the rule for that is. I think maybe you just stitch on whatever you want to. But somebody also suggested that June, July and August is when the Colorado cross stitcher does her summer camp, and so she sets a challenge per month. So things like stitch a designer that you've never stitched before, use a floss that you've never stitched before, use a fabric that you've never stitched before. So there are little challenges to do with that, which could give you some ideas. September is Sampler September, or September Smalls if you prefer not to stitch samplers. October, Dark October, people do a lot of Halloween stitching in October. November, Nora November, so Nora Corbett Charts, which is also hosted by Crossed in Floss, I believe, and also Black Sampler November. And then December, as I said, I think we just hang on and see how far we can get. At the end of December, on New Year's Eve, some people like to do the 12 in 12, which means that they start a new project every hour for the last 12 hours of the year. So they would start at 12 noon on New Year's Eve, start another one at 1, 2, 3, 4, and go all the way through to midnight. So doing 12 new starts, working on each one for an hour. which to me seems like a great idea. I'd love to do that. I don't know if I'd be able to, but I would love to do that. A couple of people mentioned Laura Stitching by the Shore, her FlossTube, because she does a lot of challenges. So if you are wanting to introduce a few challenges next year, then it might be worth giving her a watch and seeing what she's doing, because you might enjoy doing those things too. Also, across the year, there's the 12 in 12 ornament sale, which is hosted by Caroling's 55, which is where you try and stitch a Christmas ornament every month. And as I also said, I think some people stitch Halloween on the 31st of every month, or the 13th of every month, which is the dark 13 stitching, and some people stitch Christmas every 25th of the month. So there's quite a lot to do there. I will try and write all that down and put it in the show notes so that if you want to refer back to it. I think what I'm going to do this year, and I didn't bring my current one through, is in my planner for next year, I'm going to write down those things so that I can remember and take part in them if I want to. The other thing that somebody suggested is that people do monthly acrostics. So for example, January, they would stitch on a project that begins with a J, another project that begins with an A, another project that begins with an N, and so on and so forth, and try and get a bit of progress that way. So there's so many different things that you can do and so many different things that you can try, just to keep things fresh and interesting. Right, the winner of the Halloween trio Puntini with the set of buttons that Paola very kindly gifted me a couple of years ago, and I just finished last week, was won by Rose Cottage Creates. Now, Rose Cottage Creates is a FlossTube channel actually in the UK. I've seen a couple of videos, but I noticed when I checked her, you know, you just click on the comment and see who's commented. I noticed when I clicked on her channel, I think it was up to video 10. So definitely go and check her out as well. I should be doing that. And if you can get in touch with me, either DM me on Instagram or send me an email so that I can have your address, and I'll get this out in the post to you. Congratulations. Right, I have got two pieces of haul today. One came from a D-stash, which is Beggar's Night by Threadwork Primitives. I have stitched the Valentine's Day one of these, and I did a lovely button border on it. I've showed it before, so it's beautiful. But I really wanted to do this one as well. I love that colour. I can't even think what colour it might be given from that list. Let's have a look. It's all stitched in DMC. What colour is it? Where's the thread list? It's not colour that I normally use, that kind of like corally colour. P301. Okay, that's not a corally colour, that is like a browny, almost like a rusty brown, orangey rust. Looks corally on there. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'll schedule that for next year or the year after. Okay. And I also bought this. Isabel was having a sale on Etsy. I'm not sure if it's still on. It was a 20% off sale, but I loved this when she showed it. This is called Yule Hair, and I'm actually going to put a picture up. I'll go onto her Instagram and see if I can pinch her picture of the stitching, because this photo does not do it justice. It is the most beautiful, beautiful thing. And as soon as I saw it, I wanted to stitch it. And then when I saw she had a 20% off, I jumped at the chance. So it is 59 by 72. And to be able to get that level of beautiful detail in it is incredible. The linen it's stitched on there is one of her printed linens that she's quite famous for. But I think I should probably just do it on an over-dyed linen. Right, that is it from me. Now, if you'd like to hang around and watch our try or treat box, then please do. There's one thing that you need to know if you're going to stay and watch. For the absence of doubt, I did eat those seashells. Stay classy, stitchers. Hi everyone, it's Michelle and Ness, and we are back with another Try a Treat box. Now we've had this one for quite a while. It came when I was ill, and then you weren't feeling great shortly afterwards. And then, Halloween. Yeah, before Halloween. So we've had it for a little while, but it is from one of my favourite countries in the whole world, and I've actually been to this country. Where's it from?
Peru.
Peru. So, as with all the boxes, you get a lovely postcard from Peru, and it tells you a little bit of information about Peru. And you also get
a did you know card.
A did you know card and a recipe. Now, what did we just find out?
For celebrating like Christmas, they give each other yellow underwear.
For New Year's, isn't it? Yeah. So to celebrate New Year, the Peruvians give each other yellow underpants on New Year's Eve to bring good luck. So, yeah. It is an absolutely fabulous country. I have, as I said, I have been to Machu Picchu. I spent a month there. I took some students on an expedition, and I spent a month there, and we went to all sorts of fabulous places: Machu Picchu, Aguascalientes, Cusco, Lima. It just really was the most fabulous place. I do have some photos. I went there 20 years ago next year. And I do have some photos, so I might pop some photos in. I might do a little slideshow if I can find my old photos from 20 years ago.
I think you've shown me them before.
I think I have probably shown you them before. But yeah, so we have got a whole box of various different treats.
I have these there.
And a lot of which are biscuit based.
I want to have the...
Hang on. So let's just take these all out of the box for now. There we go. Hang on. Right. And if you are playing as a family, you get a card which has got all the treats listed on, and there is one substitution this time. And you get to sort of vote and put down your favourites. So what we're going to start with then, you pick one. We're going to start with those, are we? Munch Your Knees, a classic snack across generations, presented in a vibrant resealable bag, these mini cookies. I'm not entirely sure that the words resealable and cookies go together. Why would you want to reseal them?
They're good.
They're good, and are shaped like bullets.
They don't put
Hence the playful Munciones, which means ammunition. So they are little tiny
cinnamon rolls.
They do look like
cinnamon rolls.
But
how does it look like a bullet though?
Well, if you look at the bottom of a bullet, it's quite often got that
swirly bit.
Detail on the bottom. Nice.
I see something sugary.
What do you think of those? Nice?
Yeah.
Okay, so they are just little cookie type biscuits. What are we going for next?
And I can eat better because I finally lost my wobbly tooth.
Yes, big news.
I pulled it out.
Ness has finally, after about 9 months,
since last December,
lost this one wobbly tooth. Was the pulling out of it sort of hastened by the fact that the dentist said that you might have to go and have it taken out?
I wanted it removed.
You wanted it taken out,
I
yeah.
had a plug.
So she went into the dining room, and she came back from the dining room with her hand over her mouth like that, shaking, and I was like, what's the matter? What have you done?
I had a hand bottle full of blood in my
And she showed me, and then she just was like this. Nice. You look like a vampire, didn't you?
I want to have this really sugary thing now.
Okay.
You do that.
Excellent. Looking after the remaining teeth that you've got left. Lovely. Cure wafer? I'm not sure. A wafer biscuit.
It's got sprinkles on it.
Coated with chocolate. It's a household name, and it's a wafer beloved in Peru. Now, when I was in Peru, I ate lots and lots of different things. Alpaca, guinea pig.
Why? One of my friends is still furious.
That I ate a guinea pig?
Yeah.
I think I might have eaten 2 actually. So when they cook guinea pig in South America, they don't really do anything with it except take out the digestive system. They just put the whole thing in with fur and all the fur kind of cooks off. And so it's kind of there on your plate with the face. So I had to make a napkin, get a little napkin and make a hat out of it so that I didn't have to look at its face. But there's not much meat on one really. It's a bit faffy.
Why would you eat?
Well, because they keep guinea pigs and it's a very respectful
my friend
thing.
Is furious at you. She's waging war against you.
Oh, she can be furious at me. But it's a very respectful thing. So if you've got like a special guest or something, and we stayed with families out in Peru, if you've got a special guest, you will cook guinea pig. Yeah, it's a very respectful thing. Right, let's have a look at this thing then. Oh, there's two of them. That makes it handy. So basically,
It's
it looks
either
like
splitting in half or it came like that.
it looks like a chocolate wafer covered in
sprinkles.
I would not call that a wafer.
I'll call it biscuit. Do you think?
Biscuit. It's very nice, sort of. It's a bit.
What's wrong with you? This is delicious.
It's a bit fake.
I like it.
Very sugary.
I'm a kid, Mum.
Fair enough. Right, what are we going for next?
So,
What is that called? Ole ole. I'm not seeing that on here at all. Oh yeah, vanilla chocolate marshmallows.
I don't think you could even get a bite of that.
And there's only one of them, so you're going to have to go for it. I don't think you're going to split it.
I think I am.
Typical. I don't think you're going to be able to. I will. Oh, I get the big split then.
Oh, I don't like it.
Do you not? I don't mind it, but it's not.
I don't like it.
I think it's the chocolate, isn't it? The chocolate is just not quite what we're used to. I think it's partly to do with the milk that they make it from over there. It's mostly, as far as I understand, it's mostly like a powdered
keep
milk.
This for last,
Keep that for last, yeah. So what else have we got?
Jammy Dodger that's brown.
Show it up then.
It's like a brown jammy Dodger.
A brown jammy Dodger.
But it hasn't got a heart in it. It's got like 4 squares in it.
What's it called?
Field.
Coronita cookies by Field. Chocolate sandwich cookies. 2 of them, one of the most popular cookies in Peru.
So it's just chocolate stuffed in a cookie with a couple of holes.
Looks like a little wheel, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it's got patterns on it. Look, T-Y.
Yeah. What do you think? It's alright, isn't it?
But look, the holes don't match up there and then.
Oh, shocker.
It's salty.
Salty?
Yeah, your chocolate's salty. I think there's like 8 in the packet.
I'm not sure about that.
4 maybe.
4. Yeah, sorry. I was still saying not sure about the salty, not your counting.
No.
Right, what?
Field.
Oh. So have I done the wrong thing then?
No.
Or 2 of them?
No, 2 of them are by Field. 2, no.
Ah.
Like tons of them are by Field. And you just got sprinkles everywhere.
Well, therein lies the name. You're supposed to sprinkle them everywhere. Right, so what have we got this time?
Wafers.
A wafer.
And to me,
So
they
what's it
actually
called?
look like cha-cha.
Okay, so that's the one I said before. That is the wafer biscuit. So that one with the sprinkles
No, it's
on.
this one. It was that one.
No, it was this one that I said was supposed to be a wafer, which wasn't a wafer.
Look in the wrong direction.
So that...
I don't think it's on there. Stop! Sprinkles everywhere.
Oh, it is. It's at the top there. Yeah, so it's just a biscuit. Ooh. I'm going back. I'm going back to this one. This is called a Donna Pepper. A Peruvian cookie coated in chocolate and covered with chocolate sprinkles, which is what it is, yeah. Pepper is a very traditional cookie and was originally created in the 18th century for the annual Lord of the Miracles ceremony in Peru. Wow.
Anyway, back to these.
Right, back to the wafers. These are the wafers.
Not the things that Mum thought were
That weren't wafers.
Oh, I really packaged them up.
The only thing I would say about the biscuit situation is it does get stuck in your teeth. Even though your teeth situation has improved since the last time we
It's
did
gotten
this.
stuck behind that one and it's pointing off.
Nice. And did the tooth fairy come?
Yeah.
And why did the tooth fairy not come the day that you took your tooth out?
Because it was past 8 o'clock.
And what does the tooth fairy have to do past 8 o'clock?
Go.
She's got to do her paperwork, hasn't she? She's got to do her paperwork. So if the tooth comes out past 8 o'clock, it's got to wait till the following night.
Of course it is into.
Okay, well, do you just have a bite first? And how much did you get from the tooth fairy? Do that first. £2. I thought you'd have got more considering you had to do your own dental work.
I reckon the Nerf bullet should have gotten it last time. I remember I shot my tooth out with a Nerf bullet.
Yes, you did. So one of her first teeth,
It was that one.
Ness actually tied to a Nerf bullet with some
Dental floss.
and then shot it out. To put the bullet in the gun and then press the gun and then shot the tooth out. But this one wouldn't have come out, I don't think.
No.
You had to use a bit of force to get this
It's
one.
at an angle.
So there was
I
some-
don't think I would have gotten a dental floss around it.
There was some yanking and pulling that had to happen. That is just a chocolate wafer, as far as I'm concerned, and not a particularly nice one.
I think this is like a donut.
Let me see. Picadas.
I think it's a cookie donut.
Indulgent cookie sandwich. So this is...
Hey, opener.
We get some really, really great boxes from Trio Treats, particularly the
Japan!
ones. Yeah, particularly the Asian ones. Some of the South American ones can sometimes be, I think there's two there,
They're stuck together.
can be just
Got it.
quite biscuity. They're still great fun, but they can just be a bit biscuity. These look quite nice. Oh, I've lost that bit. There it is.
Yeah, it's coffee.
It's not. I think it's coconut.
Ugh. I hate coconut, but I like the chocolate.
It's possibly got coconut in it, but you'd have to advise like a bog rat to be able to read the thing, which I have not got. Does it tell me on here? I think it tastes coconutty.
I don't like it because I don't like coconut because it's disgusting.
It doesn't say so.
I don't like it.
Okay. But Ness doesn't like it. Right, where are we going next?
Oh look, they are in there.
Okay.
No, look, where's the thing? Because it said they weren't going to be in there. Oh, soda crackers.
It was the soda crackers. So these ones, this is a substitution.
So the soda crackers aren't going to be in here, but they were meant to.
So yeah, it's supposed to be some soda crackers. And this time we've got Morocas.
They're the soda crackers.
No, these are the ones that are in there.
Oh, they're the substitutes. These.
So this is another chocolate biscuit related item. At least we'll be able to give you a full review of all the chocolate biscuits. See, this is why. What did you want before we had this? Oh, you wanted one of those chocolate seashells, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I like in Tesco's there's these seashells that have got like chocolate around it and like this mushy chocolate inside and it's nice.
She likes those, but I wouldn't let her have one before doing this because I knew it was quite
And someone did a
chocolatey based.
fifth.
I did not eat them. I didn't. She thinks there's more missing than she thought, so she thinks I've eaten them.
Dad reckons 2. He does. You've got 3 against 1.
Rude.
Albus. I don't like him.
Don't
I
you?
don't like. No, I don't like him.
Okay. They're okay.
I don't like him.
What have we got left? 3 things. 3 things.
Yeah.
How many of them are chocolate biscuits? 3 things. Right. What have we got next?
You want to do it?
Whoop.
I'm the presenter.
Are you?
You're the reader thing.
Okay, I'll do the reading.
It's just like a chocolate. It's just chocolate.
Oh, hang on. A beloved cake snack.
Is it that green cake thing that we had?
I wouldn't have thought so. That combines soft, moist sponge with a sweet layer of caramel. Okay, this isn't quite...
The green sponge thing that we had.
No, but it's not quite a chocolate
table.
biscuit. Never mind. Ooh.
It is chocolatey. No, I get the first bite. I get the first bite. What?
It's got a bit mottledy, so you know when the milk starts to come out of the chocolate. Go on, give it a go. That don't look very cakey to me.
It's just chocolate with nuts in it.
I'm sure it's got nuts in it.
Yeah, it has. There's a nut that you just ate one.
That's because I can't read. You know, I had one job of reading.
No, I can't read.
I can't read.
Eating.
That's horrible.
And not cake.
Don't eat any more of that.
Mm.
I'm not sure it's supposed to taste like that.
Mm.
Rich flavoured chocolate bar cut with crushed peanuts. So you're right, it did have peanuts in it. I had one job, reading. Oh, okay. Stop. Sweet taste of chocolate balanced against the saltiness of the peanut.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's supposed to taste like that.
I like it.
So of all of the ones that are like at least kind of like
Yeah, I like these the most.
edible, the one that's kind of a bit wonky looking, you like it. Right, this one is the cake one. Let's try that again.
It's like squishy.
Yeah, well, this is why I was.
Hey, I'm the first taster. The chocolate is
Yeah, this one seems to have suffered a little with the postage,
maybe.
but
Yeah, I haven't made
it smells alcohol-y. Oh, got it in my hair. Oh, it tastes like it's got rum in it. That is not nice.
I'll get Dad to eat that.
Yeah, that's Dad. No. Now, I'm hopeful for this. I'm glad you've saved this one for last.
Because it's green and it's got like icing stuff in it.
It's mint. Casino mint cookies, a crisp, refreshing twist on the classic sandwich cookie.
I think I'm going to have to get a pair of scissors.
Now, I like minty chocolate. I don't like chocolate and orange, but I like minty chocolate. Ooh.
There's two in here too.
Oh, that's a stroke. Oh, that one is... I've still got it in my mouth.
I tried doing taste of this. It's like blueberry essence thing.
Oh, that's nice.
You got from her now.
We went to Swansea.
I saw Steve Backshaw.
And we went to see Steve Backshaw. And we went to a little cafe called Hello Asia.
And it's really good. And then I got a pot of ramen and it was nice.
They do sort of ramen pots, but they also do all the sort of Japanese and Asian drinks as well. Don't just take it out because it'll end up flying everywhere.
There's like 8 in here then.
Oh my word, this looks like it could be a mint
You get the
custard
cracked one.
cream. And if this is the case, oh, double got that.
Never mind, no.
Oh. Ooh, what do they taste like? I've had that before.
Those bubble things that we like.
No, they are banging.
The mint hot chocolate.
It tastes like a Viscount or a chocolate biscuit, a minty chocolate biscuit, or a chocolate club.
What of any of those?
A mint club.
What's that?
Banging.
I should eat a packet then.
Mm?
I should eat a packet then twice.
Mm.
It's 4 in each packet.
Mm. They are lovely. So they're going to be our favourites, aren't they?
Mm.
The worst has got to be
That alcohol thing.
that thing.
Then this thing.
I'm not sure people need to see our like half chewed things.
You did it.
Well, that is true, although I did break it rather than chew it. So mint followed
I
by
like that.
those. And then the sort of chocolatey, peanutty thing and the cake bar were our worst ones, weren't they? Everything else was just a bit.
And I don't like the
And then, yeah, the ones that
These.
tasted as a bit of coconut.
dodgy.
Well, I tell you what, if you ever get the chance to go to Peru, I would
Yeah.
definitely recommend it. It is the most fabulous place. So that is it from us. We are going to say cheerio.
Oi fara nos. Bye.
So cheerio, have a nice weekend, and we will see you very soon. Bye bye.